Hello, and welcome to a short review of the Rapido Titfield Thunderbolt train pack. The train pack comes in a fairly unremarkable Rapido box. I still think it's nice, it's got a lovely line drawing of the locomotive, but initially I was expecting something a bit more ornate. Thunderbolt and the pieces of rolling stock are all packed in blocks of ice, which is then in a foam casing. Upon first impressions, the train pack looks absolutely stunning. We shall start by examining Lion, or Thunderbolt, whatever you want to call it, herself. The first thing of note is that this locomotive is absolutely tiny. Here she is compared to a standard Hornby 040, and I knew Lion was going to be small, but I was not expecting this. Lion has a fair bit of metal construction, which I'm really happy about. I really do think that a good bit of metal construction is a sign of a quality locomotive. She actually has a front coupling, and there's some detail as well on the cylinders, which I think is great. The paint detailing on the locomotive is absolutely phenomenal. There's some lovely ornate detailing on the chimney. You can see a nice painted nameplate on the boiler barrel, and of course the red and green as she was painted in the film. You can see the rather fine detailing on the suspension springs, a builder's plaque, and some rather nice rivet detailing. You can see the locomotive has some rather nice cab detailing as well, and I think that looks really fantastic. I rather like the drawbar. I've never seen one like this up close before. I know these styles of drawbars are becoming more common on modern locomotives, but I don't buy a lot of brand new locomotives, and when I do, it's fairly often a tank engine, so I never really see this kind of feature. But I rather like it. Lion has a very short tender. I don't think this is original to Lion in real life. I think this was added as part of the 1925 rebuild. I would recommend going and watching the Anthony Dawson series about Lion if you want to learn more about her, or indeed if this engine really is Lion. You can see where the speaker would go if you are to purchase the version of this that comes with sound. Now we shall take a look at the carriage. The old coach body that Dan lived in, that later becomes a coach again, has some lovely weathering detail on it that makes it look sort of grimy, and indeed as if it's been sat in a field for many years, which it was in the context of the film. There are some lovely separately fitted door handles, and I rather like the curtain detailing on the windows. You have to fit the chimney yourself, and you'd actually get two options. One with the chimney in the down position, which they pull it down in the film so it doesn't get clipped as they were going under. It was either a bridge or a tunnel. Or you can get it in the up position, and I did put mine on the down position. You can see there's actually a fair bit of interior detail on Dan's house / the coach. Now you can take the body off, and it says to use a tool, and, I didn't have anything on hand. I think a screwdriver would be a bit too aggressive and start scratching the paint, and, I would be very scared to even just try and do it by hand, so I deeply apologise for not removing the body. This is Hornby's attempt when they did the 60th anniversary. Now, their version of the same piece of rolling stock, well, it's no contest, really. They used a load of toolings that they just had lying around with the standard Lomac wagon and the standard four-wheel coach body, and it just doesn't look as good. And because they didn't tool anything new up for that train pack, the look of it really suffered. It's just not as good, end of. Now we shall take a look at the towed brake van. The van has plenty of separately fitted detail all along the side. Now, the brake van has an absolutely amazing feature, and I don't know if I can do this through camera. Yes, I can. But you can take the roof off, and I think that is brilliant. The roof actually has detailing on the bottom of it, despite the fact that you're never going to see it, and you can also see the 4 magnets that hold the roof in place. The interior detailing is phenomenal. You can see the brake wheel and a chimney, and I have to say I've never seen a piece of rolling stock that is this nice, that you can actually open up and have a good look inside. Now in front is Hornby's rendition of the same piece of rolling stock from their Titfield set, and you can see it's, once more, it is no competition. You can see that it completely lacks any of that nice separately fitted detailing. Now, I've just been looking around. This is the standard set, and it seems that the price of this set is normally about £300, but I've seen it as low as £250 in places, and Rails of Sheffield, while they normally retail it for £299, it's £254 and is on sale. And I'm going to hesitantly say yes, I think it's worth it. I really love the film, and I really adore this train pack, and I do think that I'm happy with what I paid for it. A few years back, I bought the Hornby set second-hand for about £150, which, again, I bought it because I liked the film and the Rapido set wasn't out at the time. Looking back, I don't know if I would have if I'd have bought it for that price. Now time for some running.